Hi, good afternoon everyone. I am Anne Bahenteng from B.Ed 2B. So today I will discuss another literary piece. It is a poem written by Godinez Ortega. But before we dig in and know the title of this poem, let's have an activity first. I know this activity is already familiar to you. It is called Guess the Picture. So you need to fill in the boxes using the hints that I give, the picture and the letters. You may pause the video to think the right answer. So enjoy guessing. So did you get the right answer? So the poem is entitled Elegy for a Tortoise, written by Godinez Ortega. So here is the content for today's video. Number 1 is the biography, next is the place, vocabulary, summary, analysis, and lastly is the theme. So now let's proceed to author's biography. So to know more about Godinez Ortega, Godinez Ortega is a poet, author, educator, and a journalist. She is a full professor of English, Department of English, College of Arts and Social Sciences, Mindanao State University, ELEGY Institute of Technology or MSU-IIT, Iligan City. She is a Director of Publication and Information of MSU, ELEGY Institute of Technology. She teaches creative writing and literature and is a founding member, resident panelist, and director of ELEGY National Writers Workshop. She is the Literary Arts Coordinator of Central and Northern Mindanao and Vice Head of National Literacy Arts Committee of the National Commission for Culture and Arts or NCCA. So now let's move forward to the place. So the place is Region 10. So Region 10 refers to the Northern Mindanao region. This region is located in the northern part of the island of Mindanao and is composed of 5 provinces which includes Bukidnon, Camiguin, Lanao del Norte, Misamis Occidental, and Misamis Oriental. The regional center is Cagayan de Oro City, which is also a highly urbanized city within the region. Each region in the Philippines has its own unique cultural, historical, and economic characteristics. Northern Mindanao, or Region 10, is known for its diverse landscapes, including mountains, plateaus, and coastal areas. The region plays a significant role in the country's agricultural and trade, and it has a mix of urban and rural communities. So now let's move forward to the vocabulary words of the poem. Number 1 is pierced, means having holes. Number 2 is beak, the bill of a bird. Number 3 is bore, which means to pierce with a turning or twisting movement of a tool. Next word is creases. It is a line, mark, or ridge made by or as if by folding a pliable substance. And the last word is poised. It means ready to move or prepared and waiting for something to happen. The summary of the poem, Elegy for a Tortoise, proceeds in a simple narrative form. The poem tells quite simply about how the persona witnessed a group of old men in the island of Siquijor hunting for a tortoise. The poem tells us that the setting is at Siquijor, a province in the Philippines located in Region 7, Central Visayas. Siquijor is a province that has magic, lots of it. Long ago, Spanish colonizers called it the Isla de Fuego or Island of Fire, due to the glow of the multitude of fireflies that would gather nightly. This is the poem Elegy for a Tortoise. In Sikihor, I watched some old man hunt the tortoise, his scroll of half a century, poised upon that moment, yellow folds soon brown. I saw the face, the beak that bore, the creases of the good years, and when the oldest man raised his remaining strength, the head of the tortoise rolled. It rolled and stopped and watched. The old man broke the shell, the bolo pierced the lungs, severed the heart, perhaps. Before I closed my eyes, I raised the tortoise and his tear, to straighten the corals in my looking glass. So after reading the poem, here is the literary analysis. In the first stanza of the poem, we will come to know that a group of old men in Sikihor hunts a tortoise. A tortoise actually is a land-dwelling turtle. The fourth line of the first stanza described the tortoise as of advanced years or simply old. The line, I saw the face, the beak that bore, the creases of the good years, further proves that the tortoise being hunted is very old. While the second stanza elaborates the killing of the tortoise, the oldest man gave all his strength to blight the life of the tortoise, specifically removing out the tortoise's head, which subsequently rolled after the brutal act. And the third stanza, which is the last stanza, happens to be the moment when the oldest man's bolo has struck the tortoise. The severed heart might simply be an anatomical description of the evisceration or act of taking out the heart. However, it can mean more than that. It can refer to man's heartless, merciless killing of the tortoise, or the persona's heart being moved to the scene that unfolded before his eyes. Now let's move forward to the theme. Number 1 is allegory of life and death. It is the culmination of a life lived prior, and death is the ultimate culmination. Second is materialistic slaughtering. Slaughtering for market demand and public consumption. And last is being impassiveness and self-centered nature of humanity. It reflects the tendency of people to overlook and never care. In-depth tortoise. The tortoise is a symbolic representation of age. The lines, his scroll of half a century, poised upon that moment, reveal at once how every moment is a culmination, the end of life once lived, and how death, which the tortoise will soon see, is the ultimate culmination. The hunters represent the circumstances which takes us to that ultimate culmination we know, death. Thus, we can say that the poem is a rhythmic, figurative representation of life and how, despite this poignant eminence, death is the end we shall meet. It evokes in us, therefore, the realization that we must make life a happy journey because happiness is a destination, not a destination. Once again, I'm Ann Bahenteng from B.Ed 2B. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something.